Took one last week too.
Did it work?
I think so. I asked for you guys. I mean, what's your feedback on it?
We'll pay attention today.
I'll tell you what. At the break, we'll confer.
Because it wears off in 10 minutes.
Compare notes. It's kind of like Viagra for the brain.
We're judge the effectiveness of your brain tonight.
Sean
Expensive though.
Sean has a brain boner, is what it is.
Does it say that on the bottle?
It does.
This will give you a brain boner.
How did you guys get to that? Before this podcast started, you guys were talking about World of Warcraft.
I know.
And
How
now
quickly
you're-
everything
and now
changes.
You're talking about brain boners.
Yes.
It's alpha brain boners.
Alpha brain boners.
I stopped paying attention for a few
All right.
minutes, and this is where it goes.
All right, it's Tuesday after Labor Day.
It is.
God bless
Welcome to
it.
September.
It is September.
And it's still freaking 100 degrees out.
I know.
All right.
Yeah, it's very hot.
Welcome to another. No, it's not. I think you're just perpetually hot.
No, not right now. Right this second. I'm just like it's
Oh,
very
it's
hot
outside.
outside.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
100 degrees.
That's one thing I enjoyed about living up north is the change of seasons, and you
Yeah.
could get into September in Cincinnati, and it gets nice and cool. It could still get a little warm, but
We had that too, but it's very short,
well,
isn't it?
in like December.
I don't
Very
know.
short. Yeah, very short fall.
My
here.
goal in my mind is that on Halloween, I'm almost hoping that's cold enough to wear a long sleeve.
And you don't want to cornstarch the nuts, right?
Oh man, we've had Halloweens
Oh,
that
yeah.
are roasting.
Oh,
yeah, that's crazy.
Where
Yeah,
the,
it is
where the
crazy.
kids are in their get-ups and the mask, and that you spent $50 on. They're
And
like,
they-
it's
yeah.
too hot.
It's too hot to wear any of these this expensive stuff. Yeah,
They're a sweaty mess when they come home.
yeah. No, we've had plenty of those, but we've had some cold ones too. I don't know how long it's been since we've had a cold one, but I remember some cold ones. I remember being
I don't remember.
like being underdressed and being like, "Damn," which was rare.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'll tell you, when the kids, Halloween was a lot of fun. I mean, Halloween's next month. You know, we're
Yeah,
kind of
month
diving
and a
into
half.
this kind of soon, but I enjoyed Halloween when the kids were younger and I could take them around the block. I'd pull a wagon with me.
Yeah,
You learn. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I've got 4 kids, so after a while, it's kind of like when you're walking 4 kids around the block, and the next year you're like, I'm bringing a wagon, and I brought a wagon, and then I was like, next year I'm like, I'm bringing a cooler of beer, and then it
as
just
the wagon. That became the wagon. The kids all sat on the cooler.
no, well, you just put it in the back of the wagon, because sometimes the kids get tired, they want to hop in the wagon, or frankly, they
blow.
fill up their bags of candy and then they dump it in the wagon.
Oh.
So it's like this vessel of candy,
Yeah.
like a trough.
And I become the guy that's walking around, the HOA guy, because unfortunately I was the president forever, so I knew everybody, and I'm the guy passing out beers to our neighbors.
Nice.
And I was that guy.
Yeah, I had a drink every time we went trick or treating.
What was
bad.
I don't think we did that walking around. But what
Yeah.
was the weirdest? Not gift, but what do you call it? Not candy, but the weirdest thing you got.
Well,
or
it's
your
a trick
kids
or
got?
treat. So
What's the weirdest treat
what kind of treat?
that your kids got?
I mean, other than the apples and peaches with razor blades in them.
Nice.
Yeah, that was the big scare all the time.
Oh,
Remember?
yeah.
Boy, I never got a razor blade. I always felt like
I never.
You
Well,
felt cheated.
we always
Yeah.
threw the apple away. We never ate it.
I mean, was that really a thing, or is that just like an urban myth?
I don't know, but that was that way when I was a kid.
Yeah, that was always the big scare.
Right.
Oh, don't get
careful,
apples
there's a
with
razor
blades
blade in
in
your
it.
Yeah.
apple.
I know the
What?
weirdest
What
one
is
that.
that? Yeah, what is that?
The weirdest one my son got, Brandon, was a baked potato.
Get out of here! Really?
No, it was on your street, as a matter of fact. We went up. We
For
went.
real?
Yeah, we went up, and he was like trick or treat, and they were
A baked potato.
yeah, baked
All right,
potato.
that wins.
They were at eating dinner, and they're like, they come rushing. They're like, oh, we're out of candy. So they rush out, grab a potato in foil, and threw it in his bag.
Oh my god!
So here you go.
And a little bit of a pork chop.
Well, your son didn't care. All he felt was like the weight. He was like, bonk. He was
Yeah.
like, oh, I just hit the lottery.
Oh, for sure.
Came back and it's a
Well, then he pulled it
sweet
out, and he
potato.
goes, a potato. He was, I don't know, 9, 10 or whatever.
My favorite is when you know the people that are not used to the whole Halloween thing when they like they're immigrants or they they're on H-1B visa or whatever, because they're giving out the full-size candy bars,
Oh yeah.
the king-size
Oh, yeah.
Snickers. I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
The kids
like,
just kind of circle around.
I was like, bro, if you don't have like boxes and boxes and boxes of that, you don't know what you're doing here because I mean,
This
you
is
don't
gonna
give out
last for 5
king
minutes.
size. Anyway, it's funny.
Yeah.
They
Well-
always had the weirdest stuff that they were giving out.
Halloween has morphed into well, over the years, we used to have large Halloween parties where we'd have karaoke and just off the charts parties. Now
Oh yeah, you went all out.
it's I'm kind of over that. Now I just like Halloween night. I mean, Jeff has come over for the last couple of years.
Belting out some Barbara
And
Streisand.
We put a very large speaker in the front. We put out some lights. You know, I got some discotheque lights on there. We'll play like the soundtrack from Stranger Things and just some kind of cool thing.
Spooky music.
And then
Purple
when you get a
People
bunch of kids out there, I play some popular songs, just the generic popular songs that everyone likes.
Sure.
And so they're like having fun, go bebopping up
It's
and
a
down
party.
the street. Yeah.
The whole point, it's a party,
Yeah.
You know.
an evil party.
Yeah.
Evil.
Yeah. Well,
Mhm.
and you know, and I get like my front entrance to my house. I've got these rock walls that are about 2 foot tall, and then you come up some stairs, and then there's another one. But on that frontier, I usually just place like 6 baskets of candy down there.
Right.
And the people come by. I've got this little orange rope light. I kind of run along the inside and weave them in and out of the candy dishes. And
It's
let
like self-serve.
just self-serve. Kids
Oh,
come
good Lord.
by, and Jeff and I are up there like Barney and Fred, like the 2 old guys in the balcony,
From the Muppets.
Right. The Muppets. Yeah.
and we're just playing some crazy ass music. I remember one time we played Evergreen by Barbara Streisand.
Just belting that out down the street. huh?
That's Carpenter's, but whatever.
It was good. It was good. It was fun.
That is fun.
Until Jeff's wife's friend Andrea lives up the street. She was like, text Jeff's wife to text Jeff to tell him to turn it off.
Did you really?
It
Yes.
was like it's about 6 houses away. It was loud. It was loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a commercial speaker out there. It was just thumping.
And how late was it?
I was 10.
Yeah.
We have a
Wasn't too bad.
subwoofer out there too, though.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna do that anymore. I think it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Well,
And
you got to
like-
go up to Filter to get it. The producer's looking at me like, oh.
Really?
Yeah, I brought all that stuff up to Filtered, so I don't have to mess with that anymore. Anyways, it's a Tuesday night. It's after the Labor Day, and we all had a great time. We went over to Paul's house and drank a 13-year-old bottle of Dickel.
It's a very nice bottle.
The entire bottle.
We drank the whole God blessing thing.
Yeah.
I think
sure.
I
And it
only
was
had about-
good.
I think I had
Well, now, hold on. There
one
were-
shot of that.
With
That's all I had. One
Really?
shot.
There were 4 of us drinking it.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Did you
all
share
4
any
of us
with the
knocked
ladies?
out.
I gave a little bit as a taster, and they drank them, but I try not to kill them because I try to save it for us.
It is bottle and bond, so that added to the toxicity level.
Yeah, all 4 of us knocked out an entire. What is it? Not a
It's a 750, right?
750.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
knocked it out in about an hour and a half.
That's a fifth. Right?
2
Yeah,
hours,
fifth.
hour and a half, 2 hours. We knocked that out.
God, it was good too.
Well, yeah, my night was going fine, and it went sideways as soon as that bottle came out.
Oh,
Well, no, we were destroying them in pool. What do you mean?
We did. We did
Oh,
dominate.
come on,
Killing them.
We
They
did
were
dominate.
crying and angry at each other and yelling.
man! I enjoy losing against
And
you
my
guys.
father-in-law was throwing stuff and
All right,
We were
so
smack talking.
we're starting today's Dudes Like Us. I'm Sean,
I'm Jeff.
I'm Paul.
and we've got High West whiskey as our bourbon or our whiskey of choice tonight. It's a double rye,
Yeah.
and
Very different.
it's
It is.
double rye. So double rye, they're saying that they use 2 types of rye, and 2 very different types. And they're saying that one it's like high in cinnamon, the other was high in
Smoke.
Cloves.
and nutmeg, and
baking
it's
spices.
incredibly smoky. I'll tell you,
Very smoky.
It's almost
It's-
scotch-like.
yeah, it's a crossbreed of almost like it tastes like it's been smoked like peat smoke.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like the barrel's been used with peat, and it's got that taste, but
Man, the nose of it.
it's okay. I mean, it takes some getting used to. My first thing was exactly what Paul said. That's weird because
Right.
that's exactly what it was. It was very weird.
Yeah, it's quite a bit different than some things we've had in the past.
For sure.
It's not my favorite.
No, it'll
It's
sit on the
unique.
shelf.
It's unique, and this little Glencairn is about the extent of what I could drink in one sitting.
Yeah, I don't think I can do it again.
You know,
I am really looking forward to our second half bourbon of choice, and I'll let Jeff talk about that a little bit later. But we'll.
yeah, it feels
This
like
is great.
kind of the aftertaste feels like I've been chewing on a piece of burnt wood.
Burnt leather.
Who's burnt wood?
Burnt wood.
All right, so High West whiskey, the double rye. We get asked all the time. Speaking from the High West Distillery here, we get asked all the time why double and why, because the whiskey is created from two types of rye, both a minimum of 2 years old. The exclamation point is to signify that we are focusing on the beauty of the rye and create the spiciest rye in the world. We think we did that. The younger rye sourced by High West is produced on a column still. I don't even know what a column still is. Is it the big metal thing with a bunch of tubes coming out of it?
Yeah, it's big. Well, it's like a big cylinder, right? Instead of
Yeah.
a big pot, like a pot still. This is a column where
So
it's,
they column still and high levels of cinnamon, clove, anise, eucalyptus buttons. I don't know what anise is nor eucalyptus buttons. Eucalyptus, isn't that what you put on your skin?
eucalyptus.
What is eucalyptus?
It's a
I thought it was
it's an herb or something like that, right?
EUCA.
but it's mainly for
it's like Vicks.
aroma. Oh, no, it is like Vicks. There we go.
Yeah, it's like
Oh.
a Vicks type of
Eucalyptus.
smell.
Yeah, but it's eucalyptus buttons. I don't know what buttons are.
Well, buttons are what's on your shirt.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff.
Well, you should know what buttons were.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
keep your skin from becoming exposed, don't they?
All right. So the cinnamon, clove, anise, eucalyptus buttons, and evergreen gin-like flavors. The older rye, as distilled also by High West, made a
Why are we looking at buttons?
So eucalyptus buttons right there.
Well, there they are.
Wow.
Eucalyptus buttons.
They're pods.
Who knew?
Yeah, there you go. They kind of those. I guess those are the cloves
No, that's
or
eucalyptus.
form of them.
Those
The
are
eucalyptus
seed
seed
pods.
The
Christmas decorations.
Oh, all right. Well, so
Oh, wow.
let's get real.
Okay.
I will never drink this rye again. All right.
We will, because we'll forget, and we're like, oh, let's try that again. It
Yeah.
may be 2 months down the road.
I mean, I'm glad we did it, and I actually I am enjoying it.
It's not horrible.
But it's just like, because I tell you, it's not like some of these horrible bourbons that we've had. It's not something like these horrible whiskeys we had. This is extremely unique. It's
Yeah.
a double rye, and they went out of their way to make something extremely unique, and they did it. Hats
Yeah.
off to them.
Yeah,
and
they
it's extremely hot. It's over, was it 110,
No, it's
115?
100.
It's 100 proof,
Well, it's 50.4.
50.4, so it's
So
100 proof.
100.8, yeah.
Damn, Paul just threw that whole thing
you know
back.
What? I was like, let's not waste time. Let's get rid of it.
What?
So I downed it.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Wow.
No, I mean, I didn't do it because it was awful. I did it because,
So the first step is acknowledging the fact that you have a problem.
I have a problem. Now I have a bigger problem.
Yeah, you're going to start pooping.
Yeah, my stomach's going,
Well, it is. It's a very unique whiskey.
whew.
All right, so High West is Utah's first legal distillery since 1870 and the world's only ski and gastro distillery. If you find ski in, so it's like you're skiing.
I need a shot.
Hey guys, let's just you got this old Saint Bernard, and they just fill them up with High West double rye, right?
Well, yeah. But
I
the
guess,
St. Bernard
yeah.
brings that out and pours it in your mouth. You'll be like, taste that.
Hold on. Is that what was in the canister of St. Bernard?
Well, it's High West.
Yeah, High West.
No, for real. What is the story? What's in the barrel?
Well, the Saint Bernard would have the barrel. It would
It's
be
like
usually
whiskey, right?
Yeah,
Was it whiskey?
I don't know.
Well,
Hold
in the
on, what is that-
cartoon,
is that-
it always
is that
seemed
from
to
a-
be.
Okay, I was going to ask
but
you
it's
that.
like a
cartoon.
cliche.
Yeah, cartoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, it's like Cliff, right?
I
Is
don't
it?
remember.
Hey, Beethoven.
Not the big red dog.
No.
So it's
St. Bernard Snow Rescue.
yeah, Saint Bernard and the barrel around its neck. What was that? I want to say it
Yeah,
was
I don't
whiskey.
know. I wasn't
Maybe
sure if it
some
was a
Kahlua,
cartoon
some
or a
peppermint
TV
schnapps.
show.
Yeah, see the barrels.
Yeah,
Okay, but it's not a. Okay, so it's not a cartoon.
it's a
It's a TV show.
it's schnapps.
Like a peppermint schnapps.
Yeah, I'm thinking like a peppermint or an apple or a
It
peach.
does look like they're over there in.
So, hold on. Is it a
Switzerland.
movie? Is it a TV show?
That's
What is this?
That's the Matterhorn.
I don't know what these are. I mean, they all have this little barrel underneath their neck, but I don't know what exactly. What the?
It's to catch the drool.
Oh, okay. So it's not.
So Saint Bernards are often portrayed, especially in old live-action comedies such as The Swiss Miss, the TV, blah blah blah, wearing a small barrels of brandy
Brandy
around
okay.
their necks.
There you go.
Okay, but this is not a TV show or whatever. This is a Swiss Alps tradition thing.
Well, that's where I was exposed to it as a kid, watching the Looney Tunes, and you'd
Okay.
have the Saint Bernard with the barrel, and then they'd find someone, and they would like
Wow.
he would drink it, and then
So
Wake up
legend
drunk.
tells that Saint Bernards
nice kitty cartoon.
carried
Right.
barrels of whiskey around their necks to aid stranded travelers. In order to help travelers, an Augustine monk named Saint Bernard de Menthon founded a hospice and a monastery around the year 1050.
Okay. Well, there you go.
That is some interesting.
What a
factoid
wonderful
stuff.
legacy. He started a Saint
See, this
Bernard.
one's carrying scotch. They're just
it
basically
kinda
a
sounds-
Bernard or a bartender.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like you could put whatever you want in there.
Old monk.
Yeah, but yeah, you put whatever.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's funny. Okay.
Plus, they got a lot of fur to keep nice and warm.
How'd we get on Saint Bernard?
They are extremely
Kind of like Star Wars, where they slice open the tauntaun and jump inside.
Oh yeah,
I don't think you'd slice open the Saint Bernard, but you can like
they're big. They're big dogs.
cuddle
They are
up in
big
its
dogs.
furry.
It would keep you warm. I think.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Anyway.
this High West whiskey is an example of what you would find in a Saint Bernard's barrel, I guess.
There you go.
Something that's you. I mean, how often are you ever going to encounter a Saint Bernard on a ski trip?
Well, you have to take a ski trip first.
Yeah.
And if you did,
Then you could ski right into
Saint
High
Bernard,
West.
then you probably
To
shit.
To Switzerland.
He's here to rescue me.
Yeah.
That's really bad. I
Well, you
must
just
be
faked
really
the fall.
fucked up.
You
just
I just
go-
wanted the free drink.
You go skiing with the Glencairns and just
Yeah.
So you're like, oh,
And just
so
hope
you
that-
pull it out.
yeah, he's here. Hey guys, he's here.
That this shit does work.
Right. All right.
Okay. Yeah, that was gay.
All right. Well, thank you for picking this out, Sean. This was a great double rye.
All right. So, Labor Day.
We had an interesting Labor Day.
We did.
Labor Day was actually yesterday. Well, I guess Sunday. We were over at Paul's house,
Yes,
and we had some authentic Cuban food.
we did. Yeah.
It was actually very, very good. The chicken was really good. Had something I've never had. I've had the soup version of this, where they didn't have whole pieces, but we had oxtail.
You know what's really weird about the oxtail
It was gelatinous.
is that it was an oxtail.
Well, what do you think it was going to be?
Well, in the past, I've had oxtail before, but it was in the form of a soup. So,
So they would like pull the meat off.
yeah, by the time I get the meat in my mouth, it's kind of fibrous, kind of
Right. You didn't
I like
actually
a-
pull it out of the tailbone.
yeah. We got slices of the ox tail and had to pull it out of the vertebrae, kind of
Well,
pull
what was
it out.
weird
Yeah,
is,
we did.
is there's a bone in the tail. Which
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a big hunk of cartilage, maybe, unless it was very hard cartilage. But it was like bones, and it had like
It was almost
it was
like
a s-
vertebrae.
yeah, it's like a spine. You're exactly right.
Yeah,
So, which is the tail just an extension of the vertebrae?
I guess so.
That would make sense.
yeah.
And we were kind of, I mean, and to me, it tasted like roast.
Yeah,
I
it was-
mean,
it
I
was
just
like a
kind of-
pot
Yeah, it was
roast.
roast.
It was
Yeah,
like a
you
pot
just
roast.
kind of pick at it and dig out a little chunks of meat here and there, and it didn't yield very much.
I learned pretty quick. A fork and knife will not work with that. You just pick it up and suck on it.
Yeah, I didn't do
You're
that.
talking about the oxtail.
I probably should have.
Yes, the
I
meat.
We're still talking about oxtails.
Yeah, there's some good collagen, gelatinous
Yeah.
stuff, kind of.
Yeah, there it is right there. I mean,
Kind
that's
of,
exactly. There was a.
yeah.
It was a.
It was braised. I guess it looks like those look like
Kind of
exactly
looked
like
fucking gross. I mean,
vertebrae.
honestly, it tasted great, but it looked gross.
It
I mean,
did.
because you look at you're totally looking at the core of the tail, and you know what it is. And you're like, dude, that is
The tail.
right above that ox's asshole.
Oh, stop.
Well,
It
you
could
don't
be
want the
far
biggest
away.
piece then. You don't
Well,
want the
that's
biggest
why-
piece.
Yeah, what the smallest piece?
Yeah.
Furthest
Farthest away.
furthest away from the a-hole. Scroll back up for me. All right, so it says oxtails right there. Click on the one with the picture. There we go. All right, so why?
So oxtails
So wait
are
a
rich,
second.
highly flavorful cross cuts of beef or veal tails, deep rich flavor, tender, sticky textures, stew or braise in low moist heat, toughness and gelatin melt.
There you go.
Yeah, so where
Gotta
is
love
it
that.
from? Where then?
That's from the tail,
Well, is it?
and it's probably like the spinal cord juice.
But see how it says flavorful cuts of beef and they don't say the tail.
There is no cut of beef. I mean, it's basically you're sucking out meat from in between the spine flaps.
It's like it's trying to suck crab meat out of a claw of a crab, you know? And
Yeah.
it's like it's very tedious.
So it's beef though.
but it tastes good.
It
it's
is.
not ox. It's beef. Right?
Those
okay.
are the same animal.
No, the beef comes
The ox is not the same thing as the cow. They're different species.
Well, what is an ox?
It's-
Yeah, an
it's
ox is
cow.
a farm animal.
What? Thank you, Paul.
Yeah, you're
But
welcome.
what I mean, so
There you
an
go.
ox
It's
is
a bovine that's been trained as a draft animal. So a cow.
well, what's a draft
really?
animal?
I didn't know that. I thought an ox was like its own kind of
Well,
water
cat-
buffalo type of thing.
Well, cows are
Well,
female.
like
oxen-
a yak.
oxen
like,
are
like a
male.
yak. I
Male.
thought an ox was like a yak.
Ox are male, so it's like a bull.
Well, they're males that have been castrated.
So it's like a bull,
Like a bull.
but not a bull. So it's like
A domestic yak.
it's like a monk.
See, that's what it is. That's what we ate. A yak.
No,
A
that is
yak
not
tail.
what we ate. I'm sure someone eats a yak tail.
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. It was interesting.
Yeah, I had a couple of them. I mean, you
got
had
to
eat-
meet
You could probably eat the whole thing and not be full.
got
amount
to
of meat you
meet
get off of it.
some Cuban folk. That
Folk?
were
Yeah.
folk.
Yeah. They were cool. That dude was hilarious. The guy we played pool with
Oh yeah.
and he didn't speak a lick of English. But we figured it out. Like it was, we were having
Yeah, it was
conversations.
fun.
It was fun.
Well, he understood. Come over here and take a shot.
Oh yeah, he
Oh
understood
yeah,
that.
that's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, lift the shot up and go. Yeah, here, this for you.
Oh, he drank the shit out of it, and I'll
Of course,
tell you
we all
what.
did.
He liked
He
it.
he when he first took his first shot, I saw the look on his face, and so I like poured water in his shot glass right away. It was like, and then I was like, "That's good."
Well, we all chased it with water though.
Yeah, because we had to. It was like,
It was good. It was so good.
well, it was pretty hot. It was pretty.
Yeah, well, so the oxtail, it was good. It was an adventure. I'd eat it again. Someone was there, but would I order on a menu? No.
No.
If someone made it for me, I'd eat it again.
Well, yeah, of
But
course.
I would never make it myself. But
Right.
we also had, like I said, chicken, which was, I guess, Cuban spice chicken.
Yeah, it's
type
chicken
stuff.
thighs.
Chicken thighs. I think some legs were in there, maybe. I don't know. But that was very tasty. And then she made some type of beans, which was pretty good, and then fried plantains.
I never even had the plantains.
I
had-
had several.
I
They
had
were
a
nice.
couple. Yeah, I had 2 or 3.
She went all out that day, man. She cooked all day long.
It was good.
It was good.
It was tasty. I was expecting like a regular old Cuban sandwich.
Yeah.
What's a Cuban sandwich?
A
It's-
cubano.
A Cubano. I think it's is it a ciabatta or what? Some kind of bread
Right.
Ciabatta.
with ham, a pickle, I think Swiss cheese, maybe.
Cheese and it's melted
Yeah,
and it's paninied or whatever you call
yeah.
it.
It's really good. I
It's
like them.
so good. I love Cuban sandwiches. The
Yeah.
cubano.
That's basically anything you put in the little panini press, right?
No,
No. It's got to be the
specific.
pickle and the meat and the cheese and the. There's a particular
I'll
ingredient.
tell you what. The what's going on in Cuba right now is just crazy.
I haven't seen much.
I haven't watched any news in the last
I haven't
day or
seen
two.
any headlines. I mean, they had some protests that were put down pretty hard, pretty fast. But that was it.
Is it pretty much? Has that been quieted?
I haven't heard a thing. And then you may not. It may be mass chaos down there, and
So
you don't.
all of-
You're not
all
going to
of-
hear a thing.
All of that footage that came out of that was probably like a pirated signal that got out somehow.
Right.
right?
Yeah,
So,
because they shut down stuff like right away.
I mean, I don't think ABC, CBS, NBC were down there filming this. It was probably somebody, and they got it out somehow.
Yeah.
Well,
Dude,
they have satellite
on their
They
phone.
have satellite phones.
That's what I mean. They may have locked all that down there.
Yeah, maybe.
Can you lock down a region with a satellite phone though?
Can you block?
I don't
I'm
know.
sure. Are there signal blockers?
You'd be amazed how
Military?
they can shut down everything.
The military, could they block all that stuff? I don't know, but
So what's the latest and greatest with Biden's? I mean, outside of the fuck up in Afghanistan, I mean, I haven't heard anything else.
well, I think he's trying to.
Oh, they're trying to bury it.
Yeah, they're probably trying to. Yeah, exactly. Bury it. And I haven't watched much news, but has he made any kind of speeches beyond that or appearances?
Well, for Labor Day, he did something with some union leader. I don't know.
There was some video that leaked, something of him rehearsing something.
Oh well,
where-
no. But then he visited Louisiana.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he visited Louisiana. The damage there, which was catastrophic. So so ironically, you know what got more coverage than the Gulf Coast getting decimated was all the rain that got dropped on New York
in Philadelphia.
and Philadelphia and
Because that impacts the elites.
well, I mean, and it was record rainfall, right? So and it was crazy flooding, but it totally got more coverage than the
Because that impacts the people that make the news, or
I guess.
the news people. They're like, oh, this impact. Did you see the footage of the people in their basement?
I
Yes,
saw
and the
one where the
wall
wall came in.
like caves in. Yeah,
And traps them down there? Yeah.
unbelievable.
I saw a short little 10-second clip of it, maybe 15 seconds. I mean, did
Yeah,
the water?
The wall collapses in.
The wall completely pushes in, and it's just
Turmoil.
and
8
then
feet
like-
of water in seconds.
Yeah, and then like desks are floating around, and
Yeah.
I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah. It's.
So where was the family? I didn't see any people in that.
well, someone walked
Someone
through,
walked across,
and you hear and then burst, and you hear him screaming.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah. So it's.
And they were okay. Like they.
I don't know. I haven't seen a follow up or anything,
Oh man.
so I don't know. Well, the video got out somehow.
Yeah. Well, and hopefully they're fine.
You know.
that was a home video.
That's what I mean. It looks like a
Yeah.
security camera or something like
Yeah,
that.
it was on cloud, I think.
Yeah.
But still, someone had to say, "You need to go see this video."
Right.
You know.
That was really scary.
And I haven't seen much as far as destruction. Cause again, I've been so busy with work, I haven't watched much news. And when I do get off of work, I don't want to watch news.
Right.
Right? I want to watch something stupid and
Yep.
Isn't that
not have to
crazy?
think.
We're so disgusted with what's going on. It's just it's defeated. I'm defeated. I'm
Yeah,
defeated on
it's-
everything.
It's easy to get discouraged.
I'm defeated.
It's like one
on
bad
the
thing after
vaccine.
another. Yeah.
I just found out that my son has to take the vaccine shot.
For what? For the
Um,
firefighter school?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
That's why-
making
Yeah.
mandating it.
Stephen had to take it.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm sorry to hear that.
It's just wrong. You know, I think that if you want to take the shot, take the shot. And I
Yeah.
think that if you don't want to take it, then don't take it. That's on you.
It's really, it seems to be unprecedented, or maybe just the country's in a different place about the stances they take on everything. I don't know. But well, COVID has definitely been unprecedented, right? But we had the election, the division of the election. Then we had the division of COVID, meaning the masks, and now the vaccines, and now we've got this
Again,
division of gun control's always been divisive, but then we have this abortion thing. Texas signed
Texas just passed, yeah.
and then the Supreme Court held it up.
The Texas Supreme Court or the
No, a Supreme Court.
federal Supreme Court?
Yes, held it up.
When did
And
that
so
happen?
now other states are like, okay, we're going to go do the same thing. Like other
Really?
conservative states are going to like start. They're working
Right.
working on their own bills.
When did that happen with the Supreme Court?
Just last week before.
Really?
Yeah, big deal.
Hmm.
I mean, it's just another thing
Well, it
for
is.
us to
It
divide
is.
ourselves and
I
just
think
keep
that's-
fighting and fighting and fighting.
I've always thought that that should be a state by state decision.
Yeah,
It's not a federal thing. It should be a state mandate or
yeah.
law or whatever. But anyway,
That's a really tough topic.
it is. And
I mean, it's easy for me, but it's easy for me to say that, right? I mean,
one of the other new rules or laws
But-
went into effect is we can now buy alcohol at 10 a.m. on Sunday.
Oh, the
Nice.
blue law changed?
Yeah, now it's 10 a.m. instead of noon.
Well, hold on.
Great.
That's on Saturday.
No, it's on
No,
Sunday.
Sundays.
Oh, okay. But you still can't buy liquor.
That's by county. No, you're correct. So the liquor stores are closed on Sundays,
Like-
but
like
when you go
closed
to
all day.
yeah, when you go to Kroger or Tom Thumb or wherever, and it's like at 11, you're like, I need a pack of beer for the week, and you
that
can't
never
buy
made
it.
sense, anyways. I mean,
Well,
there's
it's an
no
old law. It's old.
Well, but
Yeah.
here's the thing. Now it's going to be 9 o'clock that I'm there at the store going, oh, why can't I buy beer?
You're
And then
probably
they like-
right.
But
Yeah,
it,
you
it'll get
can't.
to the
I'm
point
sorry,
where,
we can't sell this until 10. I was
Yeah,
like,
but
damn it!
it should get to the point where it doesn't matter.
I
It does,
know.
you should buy it 24
know.
hours a day.
I
Who cares?
totally agree. It's so
That's-
stupid.
It's an old.
There are some folks that don't get off work
old
It's a
until
Southern
law.
Baptist thing.
Yeah, it's old Texas law. Look at these old blue laws that they have.
Yeah.
You know, the thing that bugs me about the abortion versus the virus is that, you know, on one hand they don't want you to control your body, and on the other hand they want you to control your body. You know, so it's like I have a choice, but I don't have a choice.
Yep.
So it's just like, well, that doesn't make sense at all.
I know it. The same people fighting for abortion rights are saying, wear your mask.
Well,
You know-
because it affects other people.
Right. But they're
Missing the point.
it's so crazy. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
The whole, my body, my choice about the vaccine or about the mask.
It's tasking. I'm emotionally just I'm just
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
I'm ready for it to go on, and I know I talk about it. You know, I want Trump to get back in office. I'm kind of torn. I think he's going to be on the cusp of being too old, but you know, he's got a lot of energy. You know, when Trump gets up there and talk, and I know Paul, you had mentioned you're just tired of the divisiveness, and
Yep.
you bring up the Twitter too, but I don't think Twitter's going to be an issue because they knocked out his account. But you know, I think we need someone back in there like Trump, if not Trump, that's going to talk. He's gonna wield the power of the people, and Biden is not doing that.
No, he isn't.
He's not. He's embarrassing. You know, anytime he's in I mean, Trump never backed down from a press conference
Mm-mm.
where he's at. People are asking him questions, and Biden's just like, you know, he doesn't want to talk about Afghanistan. He turns around and fucking runs.
He's
tucks
not
his tail
allowed.
and runs.
He's
Yeah, I
not
know.
allowed. He's managed by a group of people.
Oh, because they know he's going to fuck it up, man. I mean,
He's
I'm
highly-
not allowed to talk
he-
about that.
Yeah,
He-
he's highly managed.
he has a cheat sheet in his pocket every single time.
Well,
And
if
that's
you're walking
okay,
into something, you
but-
can do that, right? Like if you need to say, spout out stats that you may not be able to, whatever. But if you're going to a city, and you should have the mayor's name.
Yeah, he had the
Memorized.
mayor and the governor's names on a cheat sheet.
Yeah, that you should know. But if you need to rattle
With
off
their
some
faces.
stats, I didn't see that with the faces.
And with the faces, just like the reporter one, when they said
Right.
what order he's supposed to call the reporters in, they had
Oh,
their
yeah.
faces and names.
Yeah.
And then you weren't supposed to ask that question. The question you were supposed to ask is
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, he's like,
The question was supposed to be.
yeah, and he's like looking off screen, like, why are they asking? What's happening? Why are they? Number 17 says that you're supposed to ask this. So what's happening? Unbelievable.
Yeah, he is. I don't know. Do you think he's going to make his term? We've had asked this. I think every time we're on. I mean, do we think he's going to last the 4 years?
Man,
I don't know how he can. This is crazy.
But if you got to keep him in there
Why?
because you got Campbell Toe Harris that's going to take over.
Is
and
she
that's the
worse?
last thing you want.
I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Is she worse than what you have now?
She could be more dangerous.
I heard. Dan,
I don't know.
Well, I heard Dan Bongino arguing that she's like, maybe she's equally as bad. Then it's a trade off. Maybe she's 1% better. That's 1% better than what we have now because it can't get really any worse.
Well, at least she's of sound mind. Like,
Well, she's just
She's
not,
ignorant.
meaning not
She's
senile.
ignorant. She doesn't know a lot.
she's not senile. She just doesn't know what she's doing.
Right. Well, that's different than somebody being senile and
Right.
like not really having your faculties to make critical decisions in a moment. You know.
That's what I mean. Is it
So
is it really
I'm
worse?
I'm going to agree with Dan Bongino. I'm going to say it's probably better.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not much.
Yeah, I mean,
Not much, but
she
better.
goes, you know, it's like, you know, I don't want that, but
yeah, but she's got. She's about as far left as you can get.
Yeah.
So
pretty
I
much.
mean, she's going to be running that.
But here's the thing: she's
I
got
don't
a
know. Is she
wonderful
really?
laugh. A wonderful
She
laugh.
doesn't.
She's so jovial. You know what I mean?
Whenever she
She
gets a
might
question,
She might bring a lot of uplifting to the country. You know, with that.
no.
You know, what's happening in Afghanistan? Why are you not on the southern border?
I think the Dems know. I think their goal was to get him out and to put her in, but she has tanked so hard
that they can't do it now.
that
It
would
messed
be
up their Amendment 25 plan.
correct. I think if she got in there, she would destroy any chances
So
of
that just
Democrats getting in.
for me that goes to show that this whole thing was premeditated. You know, I mean, the whole fact that the whole time we're thinking, oh man, they're trying to push Trump out. No. The whole time they were anticipating Biden's issues.
I knew it wasn't for Trump. I knew it was for Biden.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I remember saying it, but you can go back and look it up. But Pelosi was looking at Amendment 25 for Biden, not for Trump.
Yeah, but Pelosi's claiming she's retiring, and isn't that what the word buzz is?
If she loses, she will not be
Yeah.
part of the minority party anymore.
Good for her. Country first, right? Country first.
Yeah. Her pride couldn't handle it.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out. I am going to rejoice. I was super happy when Harry Reid retired.
Yes.
Super happy.
Yeah,
And-
with both of them, with Harry Reid in the Senate and
awful.
what's your face Pelosi. It was like a double whammy.
Yeah,
Now
well,
you have
now
Chuck Schumer.
Yeah, Schumer's worse.
Yeah.
Schumer and
A douchebag.
pencil neck.
Did you see the
Adam Schiff.
I haven't seen much from him
No, me neither.
recently. Did you see the video of Schumer dancing with that
Oh,
idiot from
it
the
was-
late night? What's his name? Stephen Colbert.
Painful.
Yeah.
No.
This was right after the Afghanistan thing, right? Wasn't it?
Yes.
So Schumer dancing with Colbert.
Yes.
And when you're watching this, you tell me
Go to
what
videos.
persuasion you think
Yeah, there it is.
Stephen Colbert is.
Oh, I know.
What persuasion would you say is Colbert? Get a good look at him. He's on the right.
Polkish. Czechoslovakian.
No.
What persuasion would you say is Colbert right there?
I think he's a white man.
Bavarian. What are you getting at?
Persuasion. Like, what kind of people does he prefer?
Male or female? Is that what you're
Right,
getting at?
yes,
good
yes.
Lord.
Yes.
Sexual persuasion, you mean?
You mean?
Yes.
I try not to think
And look
about
at
that.
Schumer. I mean, God, he looks
Well,
like my dad out there.
Yeah, well, that's it. You know, he's our parents' age,
So bad.
doing the arm pump.
And they're so bad.
Yeah, yeah, and this was
And
like
Colbert doesn't even have a mask on.
well, it doesn't apply to them.
I
No,
don't
it
think
doesn't.
Colbert. So Colbert's gay?
He's got to be. The way he's dancing, he's got to be.
Look at that right there.
Look at that.
I mean, it's a
Oh, he took some dance lessons.
Oh,
where
it's
he's
a-
turning the head
oh,
quarter
it's a
turn,
wonderful-
quarter turn.
what do you call
Cortisone.
that? A pirouette or a pirouette? Or-
Pirouette,
Yeah, he's
where you twist and you don't
Oh.
turn your head.
he's killing it.
Yeah, something not right out of the Birdcage movie with
Yes.
Robin Williams.
Yes, that's a great movie, by the way. I love that movie. Anyway, moving on from this horrible video that we've seen now 4 times in a row. I don't want to watch it anymore.
That move right there.
Oh yeah, kind of like tilts that head back and flexes. And it's kind of like the end of a whip. It's like whoop.
Okay,
Yeah.
now I'm nauseous.
Now, you know, and I couldn't tell you the last time I watched a late night. I used to watch Leno. I used to watch Letterman. I'd watch Carson a little bit, but not really. But I haven't watched any late night
Nah,
since.
Letterman. I watched David
no.
Letterman in college.
I
After
watched-
that, I didn't watch anything.
I watched Letterman in high school, and then probably through college, and I watched some Leno every now and then. But this new crop are terrible,
yeah, they're terrible.
terrible.
Although the one I think is funny is the guy that was on SNL who could never keep a straight face.
Jimmy Fallon,
Yeah, Fallon's funny.
he's got some funny skits.
But I just wish he didn't
He
get
is
sucked
funny.
into the whole political thing. He just
Yeah.
like the rest of them. He just like forgot who his audience is, and,
And Jimmy Kimmel is a total
he's
piece
a
of poop.
douchebag.
I don't
Well,
like
Jimmy
him.
Kimmel used to be on the Man Show. Remember that?
Oh yeah, he totally got a pass on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the things that he would say to the young girls out
Oh, yeah.
there. Hey, stick your hand in my pocket and tell me what you think is in there.
That doesn't come up anymore.
Yeah,
And I think
I'm
he
sure.
also
I'm sure they scrubbed all that.
well, I think also didn't he dress up as like Charles Barkley or something?
Yeah, he had black man.
Oh, blackface?
Yes, he
Blackface.
did.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah.
And he got a pass for that too.
You got a pass for
'Cause
that,
He got
I'm
called
sure.
out, and they're like, "Oh, that was different. That was."
Well, and I'm sure he
that
was
kinda
like,
weird."
from the bottom of my heart, I'm so sorry.
"Yeah, there he is, right there."
Give me a break.
Carl Malone, is that who it's supposed to be?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, but I don't even care.
I don't either.
That's just the whole thing.
It's
I don't
so
care.
offensive.
Is it offensive?
I don't care.
I don't think
I'm
it's
kidding.
offensive.
It's
I
just-
don't give a shit.
It's stupid.
Well, it's just like the movie they made, White Chicks.
Right. As
gives a
just
shit?
as offensive.
Yeah,
Just as offensive.
but again, I don't care. But people get upset with that shit, and if you get upset one way, there they are, right there, White Chicks. I think it's the Wayans brothers.
So there was a movie, a military war movie, where you had the guy from Iron Man play the character of a black guy. He was a
oh,
sergeant.
Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, Tropic.
Oh, that's
that was-
so great.
That was funny. As
That was
shit.
great.
Yeah, that was funny.
Tropic Thunder. And
He's like, you people wouldn't understand. What do you mean, you people? There's-
Robert
that
Downey
movie-
Jr. There you go.
that movie is hilarious.
Yeah, that.
I'm gonna have to watch that again.
Nobody ever
Oh.
mentioned something about that.
It's great.
You know who else was actually really good in that? Was Tom Cruise.
Yes. Oh, he's a freak.
Yeah, he was a big fat ass
Yes.
agent.
Oh, is that
wasn't he?
like where I will destroy you?
Yeah, he was actually pretty good at that as well. I'll have to watch that again. That was a good movie.
What do you mean, you people? Oh, loved it. That movie's great. You got to watch it if you haven't seen it in a while.
trying to see. I think I have a clip of that.
Look at his eyes. So funny.
It's like he has them wide open.
I know.
What? Always offended, waiting for something. You know?
And then he's talking about the full tard. Don't ever go full tard. Remember that?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, you crossed the line. Never go full tard.
Did you see the video? Did you see the video? Speaking of that, did you see the video of the? Is it the Irish soldier
I don't know. No, a politician. I thought he was
or somebody? Basically, he was on a news program in
talking about Biden.
some other country, I think. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, right at the very end, he's like, "I just think he's retarded."
Yeah. No, he said he is a retard.
Oh, that's what it was.
Like flat out called him a retard. And I was thinking for sure he was going to say, like, my money was on another word that I don't want to say because it's
Right.
really offensive.
Oh,
But they say it like
come
it's
on.
drinking water,
right.
the C word, right?
Oh yeah.
And I was for sure, I thought he was going to say it. Then he's like, retard. I was like, what? It was great.
Yeah, it was. It's.
And it was all in the context of Afghanistan.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. He screwed the pooch on that one.
yeah, he did. Did he ever? Golly. And did you hear about how they rescued 4 Americans? These private, they're like private, I don't call them mercenaries, but they're ex-military guys.
Right.
They went and rescued 4 Americans, and then the State Department sent out a tweet trying to take credit for it. And they totally
Really?
called them on it. And they were
Really?
like, lies. They're trying to take credit for our mission. Totally trying to take credit for it.
Really.
Yeah, they suck, man. Everything about the Biden administration sucks. All right, what do you got? You going to play a video for us?
I had a clip of this. I don't think it's going to
I
work
don't
out.
know what kind of pan-Pacific bullshit power play you're trying to pull here, but Asia Jack is my territory. So whatever you're thinking, you better think again. Otherwise, I'm going to have to head down there, and I will rain down on a godly fucking firestorm upon you.
That's
You're
Tom
going to have
Cruise.
to call the fucking United Nations and get a fucking binding resolution to keep me from fucking destroying you. I am talking scorched earth, motherfucker. I will massacre you. I will fuck you up.
That's Tom Cruise.
Yes.
It's great.
Wow.
I think he nailed it. I think that's one of his best performances.
Well,
Yeah.
if you didn't know
I
it
mean,
was
not
him,
really.
you wouldn't know it was him.
It took a while to figure that out. I was like, that is Tom. I knew it was Tom Cruise's voice,
Right.
but when you first looked at him,
He's bald and fat.
he's played a couple roles like that where you're kind of like, is that Tom Cruise?
It's great.
Yeah.
It's great. It's a great movie.
I like
If
when
you
he
haven't
plays those
seen it,
little
that's
cameo
one I
moments.
strongly recommend. It's funny.
So Tropic Thunder,
Yeah, Tropic
yeah,
Thunder.
blackface. You
To-
know,
totally acceptable.
yeah.
It's all good.
Well, these guys can get away with it. Unless you're a Republican, then you can't. But I don't want to get on that again, man.
Nah,
so
me
you know,
neither.
we got
Let's
some.
talk about fun stuff. Yeah, talk about fun stuff tonight.
We have you get a list here. Let's. We were talking about some digital coin stuff, right?
I was, I don't know, reading the newspaper. I don't know too much about it, but these this new phenomenon of the last 2, 3, 4 years, however long it's been going on, are these NFTs, which stands for non-fungible token.
Like anybody in the last 2 or 3 generations is going to understand any of this.
I know, so explain it, Paul.
You know
I
who explained it surprisingly well? Paris Hilton.
Really?
Paris Hilton
What?
described the non-fungible
Fungible, like a fungus?
Yeah, Paris Hilton non-fungible.
She explains it?
Non-fungible. She does. She explains it in depth in an interview with
Really?
Yeah,
I thought she was like, some like crazy ditz.
there we go. See if there's a video of that one.
Oh yeah, let's just see that.
A video.
All right. She invested in an NFT platform, Original Protocol.
There you
Paris
go.
Hilton explaining NFT. All right, I'm looking forward to this.
You are somebody who has been very bullish
What's his
on
name?
NFT business.
That's
and
Jason
I'm
Gay.
That's Jason Gay.
Still needs a primer on non-fungible tokens. I
looks like
sort of
Dilbert.
understand it. It's creators monetizing their work, but I don't totally get it. You, on the other hand, have jumped straight into it. What's the simplest way to explain what's happening right now in this world?
Well, I actually discovered NFTs a very long time ago because I think right now it's really blown up. I had no idea it would accelerate it the
She
way
wanted
it
to get
has.
funding for her
My first
porn.
NFT was in March
Probably.
of 2020, which I did for charity.
She had a team of advisors saying, this is where you need to
then I
invest
just
next.
really started diving into it and trying to
Exactly.
learn everything there is to learn about it. And yes, it is confusing in the beginning when you are learning about it. But I think the easy explanation of it is it's basically anything from art to sports to music, basically like almost any type of art form you can think of,
Okay.
but made in a digital world. And I love that it really gives power back to the creator, because before, with artists, it was all about, getting it into an art gallery or, even being a music artist. It was about if the record label really wanted to promote you. And now it's more about just having this huge platform online where anybody really can rise
I think
to
it's
the
more
top.
than this, what she's
And
talking
also
about.
just giving them, royalties every time their piece is sold. That was never possible before in the traditional art world. But now anytime something is resold, they will get their royalties for it. And it just really gives power back to the creator. And I think, kids today they're so used to having everything digital. So, everything from, basketball playing cards to music to art. So it's just something that they've really become accustomed to since a young age. And now I just really feel that everything is moving digital. So why not art?
Well, I think you
I'll
can,
tell you
you
what,
could stop this.
she's actually pretty well spoken.
She probably went to the best schools.
Probably. She can articulate what
Well,
she's
I mean,
saying.
those shows with
I never saw them.
I didn't.
she
hear.
had she had a show on TV.
I saw her porn. I didn't
course.
see her show.
You saw her porn?
She had a porn.
Yeah, that's how she got her launch, right?
porch?
Her sex tape got leaked.
Oh, red light district one. That dude. Oh, she was. Whatever.
It's during that same. That's how Kim Kardashian got her idea. I think.
Yeah, I know. They got their big breaks on filming their own sex tape.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. What were you going to say?
So I think there's more to it than that because, like she said, I think the other part is baseball trading cards are starting to go digital now instead of the physical card.
Right.
They're starting to go digital, and they said one reason why it's catching on is because the counterfeit business in baseball cards is rampant. And
Really?
there's no way to. It's very hard to verify authenticity on a baseball card. But as a digital baseball card, there's that token, right?
Right.
That blockchain that tells you it came from here to here to here to here to here.
Right.
And it's hard to or impossible to counterfeit.
Right.
So you have this. It seems cheaper to me, right? Because it's just a picture
Yeah.
instead of a physical thing. So you're carrying around your phone and go, look at this. where
So-
you could just screen capture it and go, look at this. I've got Ty Cobb, right?
Right.
So what if I
and then
do
how is that,
screen
how has that
capture? It doesn't
become-
have the digital block.
Well,
is
it
that what you're
doesn't, right?
Okay.
But what?
And then who cares?
Yeah, I still have it.
Right. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
And then how does anybody who owns that actually make any money?
I don't know. So, but another one is
I would say it's more rampant to have piracy and not and
Yeah, that happened.
you just crapped
yeah,
your
he
pants.
just hard leaned to the right
the old man fart lean.
with the left leg slightly raised
No.
towards me.
No,
Yeah,
Yeah, no, everybody saw it.
the old man fart lean.
I kind of pulled the left leg in a little bit to tighten the sphincter to allow it to whistle.
Oh,
Technique right there, folks.
yeah, it is technique.
So
Very
anyway,
nicely executed.
yeah.
Stick
So anyway,
around. I got
another
more.
one is one that's kind of
Jackass.
made the news lately, or is this Bored Ape Yacht Club,
It's just-
which basically is like Paris said, is artwork of these apes, gorillas, or whatever they are, and
a
they're
million
bored.
different configurations of cartoon apes.
Cartoon apes, just from the basically the chest up, so it has the shoulders and the face, and they look completely disinterested. But there's different outfits.
So
You know.
I will share with you my daughter Madeline. She specializes in this. She will draw these pictures, just not of apes, but they're more like fairy tale kind of demons and devils with big boobies and stuff like that, and
Okay.
erotica kind of stuff. The same thing, super high definition.
Is she selling them?
She sells them. That's what she does.
NFTs.
That's what she does.
That's cool.
That is super cool.
Well,
how
there's-
much is she making?
I don't know.
And they're her
couple thousand a month.
but it's her personal art.
That's hers. It's hers, and she sells them.
I love it.
You know, and she's got her. Not a lot. What does that mean, producer? You can actually use your microphone. Well-
So I think that's very cool, and I think there's a lot of potential there. And these ape things, they started out. I think there's a total of 3,000 of them, and I think they started out at $500 a pop. So if you got in, you could have bought an ape at $500, and now they're going for $25,000-$30,000 an ape. And Stephen Curry of the NBA fame just purchased one, I think, for $120,000 himself. So
That I don't get that.
I mean, would you buy that for $25,000?
I won't buy any of them. I
I know,
don't-
but some people, but I think how some people are seeing this is an investment. Instead of buying
I don't-
stocks,
I
you buy
don't-
this. You get in on the ground floor and you buy it at $500, and then you hope that in 2 years, someone like Stephen Curry buys one from you for $120,000.
I don't know. I don't subscribe to it. I think I don't get it. I mean, if it's something you're going to put on your wall, that's cool. But I mean, just to have the digital ability to just the rights to it.
Well, what gets me is, all right, I see the one that Stephen Curry bought. Why can't I just screen capture that and print it and hang it on my wall now?
You can.
That's what I mean.
There's nothing stopping you.
That's what I mean. So how do you?
I don't understand.
What does that $120,000 get him?
It's almost
Well,
like it's for the ultra rich, a
you-
way to spend their money.
You won't be able. Okay, so dudes like us, we won't be able to use that particular picture in any of our stuff. Like if we had a video on our podcast right
But
now.
I thought that's what a copyright is. I mean,
well, that's
we wouldn't have been
essentially
able
what
to
it
do
is.
that anyway.
But no, but if it's
Well, I'm sorry, $180,000.
that just doesn't make sense.
I don't get it. Well, because honestly, I think it's a fun way for the ultra rich to spend their money.
Man, look, I think it's a great way for some of these artists to make money. You know, because to develop those pictures, it takes there's a lot of time that goes into
That's
making
a
those
good
pictures.
point.
Believe it or not. I mean, is it warranted for that much?
So, in
I
other
don't
words, it's a
think
way
so.
for the ultra rich to give back to the starving artists of the world.
I don't
don't
think
know,
they're
man.
thinking that.
No, and I don't think that's a rare thing for someone to purchase them like that. I think the reality of it is, and I bring up the analogy of my daughter selling them. You know, according to the Mr. Producer over there, my son, he's saying that she doesn't do a lot anymore, but she was saying she's making like a couple $1,000s a month. So,
Oh wow.
You know, I don't know, and she's constantly drawing pictures on the computer, and these things are fantastic. Have you ever seen any of the stuff she does?
No.
No.
So
Does she have a website?
DeviantArt / something kitty. What is it?
He doesn't know.
I used to know.
All right, we'll have to figure that out later. I wouldn't mind looking at some of that.
My point is that the majority of them aren't sold for that much. The majority of them probably sold for $50, $100,
Whatever.
$250.
Whatever.
And those are what the artists are doing. So let's just say my name is Sean, and we wanted dudes like us,
Fairies or elves.
whatever. And
I think our logo needs to be 3 elves
you hire someone to do that
What about
picture,
goblins?
or troll.
and it's our picture.
Ogres.
It's our copyright. And you mentioned up the copyright thing. So what is the difference between that and the copyright? So
My precious.
if I have this picture and I own it, does that mean it's copyrighted?
That's what I'm saying. It's
I don't know.
I
don't
mean,
get it.
I own it. So if you're gonna be copy and pasting shit and putting it on your
Well,
Facebook,
that's what
I'm gonna come
she
at
was
you and
saying.
be like,
you get royalties.
yes.
That's
How?
what she's saying. How?
Well, that
How is
means
anybody going to police that?
Well, I mean, it'll be a difficult thing, first of all. But I mean, for like Facebook, for example, they have all kinds of these instruments set up that will detect images and copyrights,
Oh, great.
infringements,
So
and
big
stuff.
tech.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm just there's always
That's
a
all we
method
need
to
is
the
more
madness.
big tech.
And but right now you can do a Google search on Google with using images. So you can put your image in there and hit search, and it'll search by image as opposed to a character.
So I could download an image of the Mona Lisa to my phone and go, look, I own the Mona Lisa.
Oh yeah, I own it.
It's the same thing,
Well,
right?
I
It's
mean,
digital, just like the card. I own the Mona Lisa.
So and every time I look at it, I have to pay you like 10 cents.
Yeah, you owe me.
I didn't even mean to. It just popped up on my search.
you just looked at my
That's
butt.
what-
That'll be $1.
That's
Damn it!
it's
Stop
hard-
looking! Stop
it's hard for
looking!
me to
Stop looking at my
compute-
penis.
Stop looking! That's another $1.
You son of a
Ooh,
bitch.
$10, $20, $50.
It's hard for me to understand how.
Hey, right there. Scroll up. That's Madeline does. Is that her stuff? Ain't kidding. That's it. That's some of her stuff right there. That's some old shit that she did, but that's basically it. So this you got to kind of scroll up a little bit so you can see the actual picture. There you go.
Well, that's super cool though.
And scroll to the right. See if there's She has some very She has some really the stuff she does now is a quantum leap from this. It's super high res.
Well, like that.
That none of that's hers.
No.
I don't think it is. Yeah, that stuff right there.
How does she do that?
She's got these art programs. She will, and the thing about it is that she will zoom in to like a super megapixel, go in there, and she'll
click dot.
do it by the little pixel.
That's what I was
Dot,
trying
dot,
to
dot,
do with
dot,
our
dot, dot.
CNC machine, the software.
Were you successful?
No, I'm trying to zoom in all the way to the pixel level because I have to be very careful about where I draw my zone.
Did you figure it out?
I haven't tried it yet.
No, well, that's been delayed.
I got busy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're all busy right now, man. I'll tell you what, I'm fucked up at work, man. I mean, I'm putting in a lot of hours, but I'm still behind. That's a little frustrating.
Well, we'll get to that in a minute. We need to finish our NFT talk.
All right. Yeah, there's a lot of NFT stuff going on here.
Yeah, the other one that Mr. Producer you need to pull up, I think you already did, was the Zed Run,
There it is. Digital horse racing.
which is digital horse ownership and racing.
Own, race, earn.
Look,
The
so you
future
could-
of digital racehorse
oh,
ownership
so you get
is
to
here.
buy.
Race your way to top and build your legacy today.
So, stud fees. Those are stud fees.
Oh, come
I have no idea how that
on.
works, but you could spend. I saw one on there for $125, $430 to breed with this horse.
Well, hold on. These horses look exactly the same. They're just different colors. And they're all running for hundreds $160. Okay, here's the bigger idiot. $138.
And I don't know that Mike Trout has a horse on there. So
Man,
does Charlie
this
Watts.
is the same. I hate to say it, like this is the same stupid shit they did at like World of Warcraft games. You know, you
This
go
is
in,
basically, you know what?
and
That's a great point. This is video games that have moved over into people trying to make real money.
you know,
And they are. I'm sorry, Sean, go ahead.
Well, it's just in the World of Warcraft, you can. I mean, it's not real money, but it can be real money.
Go to
Right,
the marketplace.
know.
Sold out.
How can you be sold
What's
out?
sold
of a
out? The last drop is
digital-
all sold out. Don't worry. What does that mean? We
Buy
will be
your
dropping
racehorses
more soon.
today. Shop for Zed Run racehorses on OpenSea. Go to OpenSea.
So they made so many.
Also, there's a cap of so many that you're allowed to.
Well, I think there's so many that they've made and they've sold out.
It's like this is like
So this is in Bitcoin.
this is like Bitcoin.
So you see, stop. So you see 0.045 Bitcoin. What is that value today?
Right.
Isn't a Bitcoin like $20,000 now?
Right. But these are like Bitcoin.
Ether.
And then if you buy one of these horses early for a thousandth of a penny, and then somebody else wants to like, oh, I want my horse. I want my horse. And they sell it to you for $180. Look what return you just got.
Right.
Good Lord. So is this something that we need to dump $100 in now?
Probably too late. It's probably way too late. Anytime you hear about it, it's way too late.
Right.
Actually, that's not true.
Oh, we didn't hear about it.
No, so I think what it is you would buy this horse, this blue horse,
Well, let's do it. It's
Porject.
4
so,
cents.
So you would buy Porject. No, it's $152. And
Oh,
Get the fuck out of
so
here.
get the fuck
in
out
Ethereum,
of
it's 0.0445
Seriously.
Ethereum,
It's pretty though.
which is $145.
It's a really pretty horse.
And what it is you breed them
with another
with
horse.
those other horses to get
You know,
their traits to
isn't
try
this-
to improve so you can win races.
I've
Oh
never
my
played this
God.
game, but is this like, what do you call it, Sims?
Yeah, sim horse.
So is it? Well, how does Sims work? in
No,
the
it's
community?
simulation, right? Sim City.
SimCity, yeah.
You never played Sim City as a
I've
kid?
never played it, but
I've played
I've
it.
heard some people talk about it. And is it like real life stuff? And you gotta like, if there's a plant, you gotta water it or it's gonna die. Stuff like that.
Stuff like that. And you know what's really cool about it? You have to become a city planner in this game. So you have a certain area that you're working with, and then you have to you're building up your city, right? So you start out with a couple houses, you build some roads, you make sure that there's a police station and a fire station to cover the whole area, and then you start creating a manufacturing zone, and
You have to raise taxes,
yeah, no, I mean, and then
repair streets,
Absolutely.
hire firemen, police,
absolutely,
have stores, schools.
And then as the property value gets better and better and better, because there's great schools and there's great police and firefighters, then the homes start improving. So then they start to turn into skyscrapers. And then you zone them, right? And then it's super cool. I mean, and it takes some thought, and you let it run, 10 years of taxes and all this kind of stuff, and you run a surplus and you put in a lot of cool new stuff. You know, it's SimCity.
Yeah, I think the graphics have come quite a long ways
Oh
as well.
yeah, but the original SimCity was nowhere near that
Yeah.
awesome looking.
Yeah, that's what I played it way back
So I could
when.
compare
It
this
looked
to
like
like,
that.
Yeah, it looked like that. It was great.
Command and Conquer.
It is,
Yeah,
except
yeah.
there's no battles, right? You
I want
build a
battles.
city.
I want people
You're
dying.
basically a city manager.
Well, and then what was fun is natural disasters happen.
Yeah,
So you can have an earthquake, you
have
can have a tornado,
aliens.
you can have Godzilla hit your town.
Yeah.
I'm being dead serious. Godzilla walks around your town and tears up the place. So,
And you got to react.
well, and yeah, you have to make sure you have enough firefighters in your city
and
to
a
be able to
military?
put out the fires.
What about a military?
No military.
Yeah.
There was no military.
What about importing firefighters from out of state?
Couldn't do that. You have to build more fire stations.
Like
Well, it
smoke
doesn't make
jumpers?
sense.
Do they have smoke jumpers?
No smoke jumpers.
That's ridiculous. So if you got like,
But here's what's
if
funny.
you have
That's
got
not
Godzilla
realistic.
come in here, which is very unrealistic.
But
by the way.
here's what's funny. You set up your whole thing, and then you can let it run, like where you don't have to manage it at all. And so it's just making money. People are moving in, and more houses are being built, and skyscrapers are being built, and it's making money. So that when you wake up in the morning, you have tons of money to do stuff, right? Well,
And then it turned into the ghetto.
Well, no, I didn't turn off disasters. I woke up.
You know,
My
tsunami
city
came
was
in.
completely decimated.
Yeah.
All on fire. Everybody had left. Everything burned to the ground.
And you're just like, what?
Yeah, because I forgot to turn off tornadoes and Godzilla, and it's pretty funny.
So there's
And I was
a
like,
there's a
"Damn it,
game on the Xbox called Civilizations,
Oh, I'm sure
Yes,
it's just
yeah.
like
and
it.
that's
I
a
played
fun
that as
game.
well.
You're playing countries versus countries, basically.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
and you're
Well, there's no attacking in this.
No,
I
You
love
just
it.
build a city.
you do.
You don't attack another city.
Go up and to the left, right there, left, top left, bam, click that.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's basically what it looks like right there.
they have no butts.
What are you talking about?
What? Their butts are right
That's
there.
very flat.
Red Alert 3. Never heard of that. I don't play video games nowadays. I do miss it a little bit. I know you're a gamer, Sean.
I enjoy it.
I would, but I don't game.
I actually played Diablo 3 over the weekend.
Yeah, that's fun.
I cracked that open up again.
Wow. Yeah, I don't even have any games.
It's good. It's fun.
You know, you could stare. You could sit there and stare at the TV and what is it called? A purge or not a purge? What is it when you watch something nonstop?
Binge.
Binge watch. You
Binge
binge watch a
watch.
season of something. Like I binge watched something yesterday. Clickbait.
Oh, we're watching that now. Oh, we just finished it.
Yeah, great movie. It's
It was.
great.
It was a great series.
Totally didn't expect it.
Yeah, it was better than I thought.
Totally thought it was, but I'm not gonna say. But
Yeah, don't give it away.
oh,
Spoiler alert.
yeah, but it was really good.
I was going to binge
Yeah,
it
it was
tonight.
good.
Totally the
It's
antithesis
worth it.
of what I
It's
thought
worth
it was.
it. It's very entertaining. Even Shelly and I were both like, you know what? Some craziness going on there, but it was really entertaining.
Yeah,
I recommend that one. Clickbait.
clickbait.
Yeah,
We-
I got
we
frustrated.
just-
I got frustrated like two, three episodes towards the end. I was like, damn it, man. Can we just fast forward to the end so I know what happened? I got a little frustrated.
Yeah,
but-
my wife and I just binge watched Falcon and the Snowman, or Winter Soldier, not Snowman. Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
I don't know what that is.
That's the
It's a Marvel comic.
Disney.
thing.
Oh,
And I was
screw Marvel.
I was
I'm not
highly-
watching any of that shit.
It was
man.
entertaining, but I was very
I like
disappointed.
it.
It's all the same.
No, it is, but I was very disappointed in the politics that they.
Yeah, that's what
brought
I'm
into it,
saying. They're getting more woke and they're.
and it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Forget it. I'm not
And-
watching any of that shit.
There are some funny scenes. I think.
So, what kind
I
of woke stuff are they saying? Are they slamming Republicans?
No, it's we've held the black man down for so long.
Oh,
Message.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, I know. Exhausting.
But it's a lie, and they're telling the kids
I know.
of today that that's what's happening.
Well,
I
It's a
hear ya.
lie. That is. How can you have doctors nowadays? How can you have a fucking black president of the United fucking States
Hmm.
if he's being held down? This is bullshit.
Right.
Fuck them.
One of the phrases is the Falcon said, "Well, things are better now," and another older gentleman goes, "It's the exact same as it's always been."
Oh, shut
And
up.
not those exact words, but that's the message. It's the exact same.
And frankly, the word African is
I know.
wrong.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's wrong.
Because you're not African is wrong. African does not mean black.
Right. If you're from South Africa?
I mean, there are some white people that live in Africa, and so
South,
hey, I'm African.
South Africa. Yes.
So when you put on your application, what are you? You can officially put. Does it say black African or
What
does it
about-
say?
African American?
What about
African-American.
Egyptians? They're in Africa, aren't they?
A brown
Are they
American.
considered African American?
No,
Why not?
because they're Egyptian.
But they're in it from Africa.
Yeah.
What about Tunisia?
Shouldn't it be?
Tunisians aren't black.
Should it be like Kenyan American
Moroccans aren't black.
or Nigerian
It's
American?
It's odd. It doesn't make sense.
So if you're incorporating the entire continent,
It's jacked up.
it needs to be the entire continent.
Yeah, well, that's why they're moving away from African American.
To
Right.
what?
That's a great question. What are they going to? Because I'm hearing African American less.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, is it black?
I think it's black.
But there are so many variations of black.
Well, just like there's so many variations of white.
Agreed.
There's white Hispanic. like the guy who shot the kid down there in Miami. They were calling him a white person. Well, no, actually, he's Hispanic.
Right.
Well, he's a white Hispanic.
Oh,
White Hispanic.
he's a white infused Hispanic.
Yes.
I don't understand any of that.
Then you have
Really.
Michael Jackson. What is he?
No, he infused himself.
I just wish we could stop talking about color. Period.
Well, that's the thing.
Stop
If
talking
you stop
about
talking
color.
about it, it stops
It
being
doesn't
an
matter what
issue.
color you
Well,
are.
I mean,
it doesn't matter what kind of person you are.
Are you an asshole or not?
I'm gonna start spouting off the Martin Luther King. I believe in a dream.
That's racist.
Wow.
You're
I
not
mean,
allowed to believe.
he was like, when are we gonna get to the point where we're not talking about the color of our skin, but the character of our whatever,
The content of our
the
character.
content of our character, right? I mean, what the hell? He had it figured out.
We've gotten so far away from that.
I
right
know
now.
we have.
And he was a Republican.
And when you bring it up,
Well, I don't know if he was a Republican or not. He's
I
probably,
do.
He
was.
probably was
No, he was Republican.
No,
He was
I think he was He was probably anti-politics.
registered. He was a registered Republican.
Oh, okay. I don't doubt it. Anyway, since we're scratching that whole segment, it doesn't really matter.
No, we're not.
What?
what?
My favorite one is on Put Your Pluck.
Because you're black.
Is it Dan?
It's just lethal weapon.
Lethal Weapon. He's a,
It's
"What-
lethal- is
What's
it Lethal
wrong
Weapon?"
with you? Because you're because you're black. And I was like, what?
He's like, well, it's something to the effect of, you can't go. And he goes, well, why can't I go? Well, because you're black.
What part was that?
Sheepishly, because they're like in the.
It's the ambassador to
yeah,
like.
South America or
Oh, it is
South Africa.
South
South Africa. Yeah. Yeah, 'cause they're the Cougar Inn, and they're all.
And remember, he's got diplomatic immunity. The guy's like a total
And
criminal.
Joe Pesci's in there. He's like, "Yeah, you dumb son of a bitch."
So
Yes.
Lethal Weapon. I don't remember that one at all.
Hey, fuck you in the drive-through.
Yeah, that was the first one.
That's why I don't- that's why I
This
don't
was
go to
like
the
the third
drive-thru.
one. This is the third one that where
With
you
Jet Li.
know,
Jet Li? What is that?
He was a character.
I know that.
it's just been revoked.
Diplomatic immunity. Been revoked. And then remember the other guy? He's like, what are you doing? I'm looking to see if I'm on plastic.
Oh yeah, that was fun. That's a great movie.
It was a great movie. Anyway.
Lethal
man,
Weapon 1 was a good movie. I
Oh,
mean,
they were all
opening
good
one,
movies.
What was it's Danny Glover, Mel
Gibson.
Mel Gibson, and Mel Gibson was funny with the whole crazy dude. Like
Oh, yeah.
he's like, you want to jump? When he's standing on top of the building with that one guy, the opening scene, he's like, you want to jump? You want to jump? And he's looking at him with his eyes crossed,
Yes.
and he's like, let's jump.
Didn't
And
he
he's
have
like-
like Farrah Fawcett hair as well? Like
He
big.
did.
And he's like, this guy's crazy. This guy's crazy.
He's one of the Charlie's Angels,
And he's like,
and he jumps off.
did he jump off?
They jumped off the building together, landed on the little.
Oh, he pulled him off, basically.
They jumped off onto the platform. That's the little
Yeah, the
air
little-
infused thingy. The little
yeah, the big trampoline thing.
Balloon.
the balloon, the inflated thing.
The
big
air
balloon.
infused. That's the balloon.
Yeah,
Shut the
it can also be called a balloon.
So what
Okay.
is that? That's the cast. Mel Gibson, Danny Glover, and I don't remember Joe Pesci. God,
Renee
he
Russo.
is.
Man.
He
Oh,
does
Renee
look like Baby
Russo.
Yoda. Look at Joe Pesci now with that hat on. He looks
Good
like Baby
Lord.
Yoda.
What's up with that?
Renee Russo was hot in those movies. I remember that.
Yeah.
I liked it when she was showing off her like, look at this. This is where I got this gun shot in 1982. I got a knife blown off me here.
Oh,
And
yes.
this
when
is
they're
from a
comparing
grenade
scars. Yeah.
shrapnel that came off of a 75.
She's Thor's mom, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thor's mom.
She's dead.
Yeah.
Wow, she was pretty. Look at that.
That's what I'm saying. She's really pretty.
Reno Russo. Is that how you say her name? Russo?
Renee Russo.
But I tell you what, this High West double rye is
Is it lingering?
it's lingering.
Tearing
And
up
like-
your colon.
Are you like belching
it's
smoke?
not tearing up the colon. It is coming back at me. And that
I've got some indigestion. No,
Yeah,
I have
it's-
some,
It's
what do you
like
call it?
belching cigarettes.
Acid reflux is what I've got.
you know,
Need some popcorn or something.
and I don't want to
guess
say
it's
it's
salami.
I still like it, but it's at the same time I'm kind of like it's a little over the top.
Yeah.
I wonder if it would be better on a cube.
You know what? I think that's valid. I think it would taste a lot better in a
On
cube.
some other night. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, no, not
we'll
tonight.
try. I've got cubes downstairs, but next time we have this, let's make sure we try
Well,
it on a cube.
we need to make a note on here. We'll put a little sticker on here
Do not
with
touch.
cube. with cube only, because I think that's a fair assessment.
Drink at your own risk.
It's not that bad.
I
It's
know.
just significantly different than what
With
we're
it
used
with
to.
a cube and maybe a splash of bitters.
I've got some old-fashioned mix down there. I do have bitters as well.
Just a kind of like a drop.
You want to add bitters to that?
I don't. Sorry.
Wow.
Well, just fucked everything up.
Yeah. I'm not subscribing to this crazy program.
Hey, speaking of crazy program, how long are you going to be stuck in that contraption with your shoulder surgery and
My
your
stylish sling.
Yeah, well, I mean, it
I
came
don't think
in
it does
handy
much
at a few
because he's
concerts.
like doing the chicken wing.
No, I'm not
It
doing
came in
everywhere.
handy at a few concerts when we're smuggling carafes of liquor
Of
inside
peach.
your.
Bourbon.
How did I let you smuggle in peach? It was the nastiest. Why would you do that?
You know what? You're
Of,
going to do
of
this
all
again.
the choices of what you could bring
You're
into
going
a
to do this
concert,
again.
I'm still not over it.
It's
I was
still
like, that was the
sticky.
one time that I've been like, hey, you want another one? No, I'm good. Who does that? Who's at a concert with their buddies and they're like, yeah, no, I'm good.
I'm all sticky because it's
Right?
spilled all over me.
Yeah.
Oh God, no shit. Then there's
And
that.
I've got like paper cups.
Oh, it was. Yeah, they were leaking through the bottom.
Yeah.
Were they paper?
They're
Oh,
bad. It
yes.
was leaking everywhere. I was all sticky. And then your shoes were
this is
sticking.
Awful.
Like the
Was that
movie
Kansas?
theaters. That was Kansas.
Yeah,
The
that was a
special.
good concert
Yeah.
though. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Well, we got another one coming up. We got Styx,
Yeah, that's coming up fairly soon, isn't it?
November 12th.
Was there anything in
Golly, man.
September?
I'm sure there is.
Oh, the Snarky Puppy was in September. We missed it.
We missed it.
I completely forgot about it. It was like this weekend or next weekend.
I don't know.
Actually, no. It's maybe tonight.
Really? That's
I don't think
Or
we
the
can get there in
10th.
time.
Maybe anyway. It's coming up very soon if it hasn't happened.
Anyway, so you were asking
Snarky
me
puppy.
about my sling.
Yeah, I mean, how long are you going to be
I
wearing
think
that thing,
I'm in the
Mitch?
sling for another 2 weeks, and then I can start rehab in 4 weeks. So,
All right, so
I got a
2
ways
weeks
to go.
and then another 4 weeks. So, I mean, I last because you don't have Sonos, you were frustrated trying to score some music for the Labor Day party, and to the point where you threw your phone. So, did that hurt
With my
your
left hand.
Oh, I wasn't sure which arm it was. So I mean, because sometimes
Yeah, no, I'm not going to throw anything with my right hand because that's my hurt shoulder.
But you'll play pool.
Yeah, but I didn't really move it.
Yeah, but
Really.
you
I have
complained a lot about
pictures
the
of other one.
pain.
Yeah,
no.
I mean,
I was putting my shoulder on the table and then like not moving it and using it as a
negative.
Yes, I was.
No, you weren't.
Yeah,
Your arm was way out. Doing
the arm
this.
was way out.
Really?
and
Yes.
I even
Wow.
think your fingers were spread out at one point.
Well, that explains why it hurts so bad right now.
Well, you explained why it hurt at the time you were doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were like, "This hurts when I do this."
I'm not really all that bright. I don't know if I've brought that up to you guys. Very low
Huh.
IQ.
You
I
don't have to
think
bring it
you're
up, but
pretty
we sense
smart.
that.
Oh, you do sense
I
it.
We
just
sense it.
Okay.
yes.
All right. You
You're-
sense it.
stubborn.
No, I'm just stupid. I'm just stupid. I don't know how to explain it. I already went through a surgery where I ruined the surgery, and I'm probably going to do it to this one too. Whatever.
Hey, I want to back up a little bit. A few subjects. We were talking about that Zed run, the digital horse racing. How long has that been going on? I mean,
A couple years, I think.
so I mean, this is something where they've got the digital horses, and they're actually performing races.
Yeah.
Are there
And-
videos of the races? I've never seen one. What's it look like?
This is so stupid.
Yeah, but
I
mean,
feel like this is all the biggest scam ever.
It just popped up on my screen for some stupid reason.
Oh, here we go. There it is. It's explained. Go up. one.
$100,000
Zed Racing
race
explained.
horses.
Top 10 beginners something. Oh,
It's a
God.
15-minute thing.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
wanna
we're not
watch
watching this whole thing. It's
I just want to
so-
see a race. Live stream. 12 hours.
Good Lord.
12 hours of live streaming horse
All right.
races.
Wow. race.
Own, race, earn.
All right, so
All right, here it is.
All right, here we
gate
go.
1, gate 2, gate 1 through 12. And
wow,
you got
it's,
12
it's just-
horses, and you've got
There's
3 or
Optimus
4
Prime.
maroon, or a red, a gray,
And what-
2
and
black,
what,
and a blue.
What
And Kameko's taken up in the front. Cobra's popped up one horse length behind. Shadow Unlimited. Speak it up.
what makes them win again?
They're breeding. So you spend money to improve their breeding, their bloodline.
Okay, so this
Yeah.
is that's in-game purchases. You
Yeah.
know how you spend money to get the better gun and the better this and the better that? This is
Well-
idiots in real life. Idiots in real life spending money.
So my destiny is just pulling away.
Yeah,
Uh-oh,
Force
they're
Amendment is
catching
in the
up.
lead right now.
Because they spent-
Oh, look at that! Look at that! Cobra's coming
Cobra.
up. Cobra's taking the lead.
It's what's his name?
Well, and then there's you spend some money in endurance.
I guess
certain
It's just so
horses are
stupid.
able.
Well, you saw earlier stud fees, right? So you could spend $130 and get the
So there are
traits
4
of that horse.
levels of gender in ZED, which are colt, stallion, filly, and mare.
I can't
A
subscribe
male
to any of this.
racehorse can be a colt in either a virgin or racehorse, or a stallion in either racehorse that has a foal.
Foal.
Foal. It's a foal.
It's a baby.
Is that something that's underneath your paniculum?
No, it's a baby.
It's a baby horse.
A baby horse.
Subsequently, a female racehorse can be a filly in either a virgin racehorse or mare. Therefore, all racehorses are born as either a colt or a filly.
There you go.
So there you go. So you saw the one
Okay.
where it's a $100,000 race.
That's ridiculous.
People betting on that.
Again,
And you think it'd be skewed, right? So you're like, oh, wow, we have a bunch of bets on this. If they win, we're going to lose our ass. So let's
think
make sure
about it.
this horse.
But think about it. Let's say you've got this horse and you're grooming this thing. You're putting in your money. You're doing everything you're supposed to, like this digital fucking pet rock, whatever it is. And you're racing with it. I think it's kind of cool. I mean, I think it's got merit. I really do.
More so,
who?
I wouldn't
More
personally
so-
do it, but
more so than the ape.
So again,
that's different. I think this has a more potential to make money, but you have to really be involved in it. I think you're going to have a lot of geeks that are going to be creating these little characters and racing against each other. And then, it's like bringing your car with your blue note saying, hey, man, let's race.
that's what's going to be
Or
next.
pink slip.
That's what's going to be
Yeah.
next, by the way. There's going to be race cars.
Oh, yeah.
So you know what this is? This
Actually,
is-
that's not a bad idea.
right. This is the ultra richest version of video games.
It's Grand. It was a GTR.
I'm not kidding. This is the ultra richest version of video games. That's it. They're bored. They have so much money, they don't know what to do with it. They buy a horse for $180,000, and then they have parties to watch their little horse race.
Oh, it's really cheesy graphics.
I would
too.
expect
Yeah,
better
it's
graphics
horrible.
than this.
I know. I mean, it's a scam.
I mean, the racetrack sucks. It's like
Yeah, the racetrack is 12 lanes wide. It's like
I
they're
would
playing in this
expect- Tron.
digital. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a Tron.
looks like Tron.
I actually
Street in
would
the
expect
sky.
to like real, like with grass kicking up and dirt kicking up. I mean, it looking like a real horse race.
Yeah, it's smoke billowing out its nose. And just
Yeah.
Jockey on it.
angry.
I think the next thing is you're going to have to invest in a jockey.
What the fuck was that?
that was my.
Shame on you.
Where's my horse?
Don't do that again.
Okay. Can we stop watching this? It's irritating me.
Well, it's the Bronze Guinness Stakes.
It's stupid.
Yeah, I just wanted to see a race, and
This
that's
is a
I'm not buying a
2,200
horse.
meter.
How much does it cost to buy a horse and put him in the race?
Well, you
$1,000?
saw a horse was what? 100 and cheap ones were $150. I would probably lose every race. Then you have to start breeding it.
Yeah,
spending
then I
up-
have to start adding add-on stuff.
I wonder if the horse has a life expectancy. Like, do they die?
I don't know. All right, so in 181 days, we could buy Into the Thick of It, which is a beautiful silver horse with
Into
a
the Thick of It?
neon. What do you call the thing that go around its face?
The
Is that
mane?
is that a
No,
is that
not
a
a mane.
foal? Is that a filly or a colt?
I don't know.
Does it have a noose hanging down there?
Anyway, so we can buy it.
There, see, it says the bloodline, all that shit.
Yeah,
Coat
Bloodline's
color.
a
Alice Blue.
Boonerin. 63% have this trade. The breed type is
type.
exclusive. The coat
Coat
color
color
is
is
at
Alice Blue.
1% have this trade.
1%. Ooh, that makes it valuable.
And the genotype.
Buttering.
But they all look the same except for the color.
They all look exactly the same.
I think they should have like big ass Clydesdales and shit out there.
I'd put a Gatling gun on mine.
Now you're talking.
Yeah, you should be able to like put
Yes.
weaponry on it.
Like-
Zapping those.
Are these robot horses?
Be like the Star Wars podcast races, and I'd be that dude coming up next time. And I'd be like,
Yeah, but
poke
can you
from the
do?
side,
Can you do it to
rub you
where?
a little bit?
But its back opens up and a gun comes out of it. Is it a robot horse?
Well, they're digital, so I imagine you could be like a transformer.
Well, why can't you just put like a jet engine on up its butt
So scroll down a little bit. Let me see.
and then
this.
have it like fly through the air?
That'd be fun.
Oh,
How much does that cost?
This looks like a bid. So someone's bid.
So there are offers right now.
Oh, somebody bid $71.
And then it was overbid by somebody else,
$102.
Little Authority, and $102. That's such an odd. So what are they saying? That they have two bids on it?
Yeah, they're bidding for the horse.
But
Or you
Okay.
can buy it straight out for $160.
I just can't.
yeah, but the thing is, they bought it for they tried buying it for $71.60. You would think they would outbid it by 71 cents, but
Well,
What-
maybe they went up to 0.03 because at the time that's what Ethereum was worth. I don't know.
I
don't
just hate
know.
it. I hate all this stuff, to be honest, including cryptocurrency.
I wonder if you have like stalls.
yeah,
Let
I'm
you
not a
go.
huge proponent for cryptocurrency. I don't give a shit any of them.
Yeah, I'm losing on everything I've ever bought.
I would like to be
Doge.
more
Mhm.
positive about it, but I'm just not. I mean,
It's not real.
how-
None of this shit's real.
how can you invest in something that you have no idea where it came from?
Right.
And I'm not just saying that. I mean, this was not invented by some Asian dude in some fucking cave somewhere.
Right.
This was a real person that it's fictitious.
Right.
How can you invest in something that they won't even tell you how it came about?
Right.
You know why? Because there's something screwy going on.
Well, I mean,
And they're gonna get trillions of people wrapped up into this.
yeah.
Maybe not trillions, but trillions of dollars wrapped up into this.
Yes.
And then someone's gonna pull the plug on it and be like,
Yeah.
mine.
It's like a long scam.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
I kind of trust that Danny character that was the angry old man,
Yeah.
where he was just like
Right.
he's convinced that Putin is the one behind a Bitcoin.
So how many people that have made millions of dollars, right, are cashing out?
I
How
don't
many of
know.
them? Probably not very many, because they want it to go to 180 million, and then they want it to go to 300 million.
well, what
So they're going to keep hanging on.
what they're
This is all
saying
gambling, right?
is that
And so they're going to lose it all.
every I don't know what they call it, a marker or every fiscal quarter or every benchmark, they're saying pull half out, keep half in.
Right.
Let it get higher.
Well, that's just
pull
smart,
half out,
smart
keep half
investing in
in.
general. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know
know.
what the benchmarks are, but I don't trust it. And I
I don't either.
don't
Well, it's
know,
not
man.
backed by any government. There's nothing like U.S. dollar has gold, right?
Yeah, there's
There's
Federal Reserve.
nothing backing a Bitcoin.
Yeah, which is a tangible
Yeah, there's
value.
there's
right?
nothing of value that backs it except people spending money on
Yes,
it,
other
real
stupid,
money.
other stupid people buying
Yeah.
it.
That's it. That's why it fluctuates so wildly, and they could crash and burn.
So the thing is that how do you know? Just because, how do you know I actually bought 1,000 Bitcoin?
Well, it's blockchain, right?
Well, now they have brokers that, that you purchase and they sell you.
I don't know,
and-
man.
I don't know either.
But you have
It's-
these people who build these tremendously large server farms,
Right.
and just mine for this stuff.
Now, what does that mean? Mining for Bitcoin.
Well, I think they created so many of these Bitcoin. I'm not an expert in this, but I think they created, let's say, 100,000 Bitcoin, and they're out there in the
they hit them like an Easter egg hunt.
yeah, and these people are going out to find them.
How-
It's called mining for Bitcoin,
I know.
like mining for gold.
So it's I don't know.
But that's the extent of my
Well,
knowledge. I don't know if that's true.
There's a little bit more to it, but I think we need to talk about it in the second half here.
I don't even.
Um,
I don't know if I.
we're
want to.
gonna dive into.
It's irritating me.
That's our first half. Thank you for listening out there. We're going to sign off for the first half. We're going to be the 0.2 now. We're going to come back with Rebel. Rebel.
Oh, I'm excited.
Oh yeah.
It's a Rebel. It's the angry Rebel.
We call it Rebel Yell.
Rebel
still.
Yell. It is Rebel Yell. What is it though? What is the cask strength or what?
It's
We're gonna find out.
Distillers something or other.
Oh, it's nice. We got
Yeah.
Vanna White over here.
Yeah, we're gonna
Just
check it out in the
displaying
second
it.
half here.
So you turn the number there. All right, dudes
Nice.
like us.
All right.